Yeah, so hey everybody. You're looking at a tier list right now, and this is something I haven't done on this channel, and this is actually not my tier list. To be fair, this is Hera's tier list of Arabia 1v1 civilizations from December 2022, so from just last year. And I think what I need to do right now is to go over the civilizations in a more structured way. Let me give you the reasoning behind this. When I was looking back at the recent games I played, I was realizing that I was playing a lot of games versus people who picked their civilization, and for that reason, probably were very familiar with their civilization. And then it was also some maps that favored some cheese strategies, like for instance, Portuguese on Arena, a lot, Mongols on African clearing, that kind of stuff. And when I was having a random civilization playing against that, I was helpless. But that's not necessarily because it's an auto loss, like I have no chance to win. But it was more like I couldn't figure out my win condition in that very short amount of time I had in Dark Age to prepare my strategy. Um, so what I should do right now is learn about the civilizations in a structured way. Um, to be honest, I don't know if I'm really going to do it for each and every civ, because we have 42, and this is a lot of things to do. If I, for instance, just play 5 games with each civ, it's 210 games already, so that's quite a lot to do. But what I'm going to start with is to go through this Hera's tier list from bottom to top. So pick the in yeah, if you want to put it that way, the weakest civilizations, and make my way through the tier list to the top civilizations. But let's see how far I can get. I cannot promise that I'm going to do it for each and every civ, but I'm just trying to get it started and go about it in a structured way. Actually pick my civ, for instance, now start to pick Slavs, and then yeah, just move my way up, and also probably favor Arabia and ban some maps that I'm not too familiar with, and I try to get my hands on one civilization properly before I move on to the next one. Ultimately, of course, I want to be able to play random civ, and I think I have a vague idea of what each and every civ can do, but I might lack just the crucial bits and pieces of knowledge that really make for a spot on decision in Castle Age, to avoid yeah, just running into a unit counter into something I didn't expect, or just being helpless when it comes to cheese strategies I'm facing. Yeah, so that's basically what I want to do. So let's get started with Slavs, and that's how we're gonna go about it. So I'm just going to pick Slavs for now. What I think I can do is maybe have a brief look at the technology tree, and check what I already know, and check probably what I didn't know about. Go through the ages and see what opportunities I have in each and every age. I think that's the way I want to approach it, and then play a game versus the AI, and then take it to the ladder, of course. So here we go, Slavs. I think I'm familiar with 3 openings, which is for 1v1 Arabia, either scouts, one range defensive archers, or men at arms into a range. And of course, scouts most likely also into a range. But so for Dark Age, I need to make the decision: do I want to open range, do I want to open stable, or do I open men at arms? And I think all of these openings are fine for Slavs. So I can basically make that dependent on my opponent. What I'm thinking in Dark Age is, well, if my enemy has a scout civ, I might lean towards man at arms and add a spear. If my enemy has an archer civ, I might lean towards scouts into skirms, or just actually going for rather pure skirms, one range opening, because most of the time my enemy would open men at arms if they have an archer civ. But I could also play men at arms into skirmishes. That's all just fine for the opening. I don't have any bonuses that affect my Dark Age, so I basically have to play a generic Dark Age. Let me also think about what to do if I'm facing. Well, if I'm facing an archer opening as Slavs, is it it's very likely to be man-at-arms into archers, so I could potentially also go man-at-arms myself, which then is probably better than scouts and having to defend the man-at-arms with that. But I'm thinking about it this way right now. I could still open scouts, pre-wall my wood and my berries, and then just mass 4 scouts in the short time window that I have, get rid of the man-at-arms, and then add skirmisher right after. But I could all the same just also go man-at-arms, probably. Don't know, I'm a little bit undecided about that. I think I will have to see that in-game, but basically I have all 3 options available. Then when I'm playing Feudal Age, I think it's okay to still go crossbowman. Let me take a look at the... Yeah, I have everything but bracer, so I think I can play full Castle Age crossbowman. I could do that, but I would need to switch to some other unit because I can't take this to Imperial Age because I'm obviously not getting access to Arbalester and not access to bracer. So 2 crucial upgrades missing. Also making Heavy Cav Archer less of an option because I don't have bracer. And also Elite Skirm without bracer. So I think I want to get rid of ranged units sort of in the Castle Age. I could play full on Castle Age, but I would need to make a switch to Knights or to Infantry. Yeah, so basically it's better to probably go Skirm Archer mix in Feudal Age if I need to, and then get a switch down to either longswords or the Knight line, which is even more likely to be viable. And then now comes in the interesting stuff of my civilization, the bonuses, which is 5-star working farmers. So that also goes hand in hand with cavalry or infantry. And, well, siege is cheaper, so I should probably even consider a Castle Age ram push or something. Ram mangonel, like full on... for example, pike ram, pike mangonel, knights, something like that added to it. I can potentially make a strong Castle Age siege push. And what does my Imperial Age look like? Castles and towers. I never researched that. Rashina is of course amazing. Yes, so I think a kind of very likely composition to move into is kind of Cavalier and Halberdier with Drushina, and potentially even champions. If I'm facing a lot of archers, I might need to go onagers or heavy scorpion, something like that. Also siege rams, so all the siege units are fine. I might not really even need trebuchets, well, but those are also nice. I'm a little bit confused about this, but what I know for now is that my very good options are knights and infantry. Of course, siege. I think I have full upgrades on all of these. Yes, that's amazing. So I should basically just stay away from the archers from late Castle Age onwards, and I should make a unit switch there. Is the Boya viable? Not too sure about that. I would need a lot of castles, but it could just happen if I make some castles because I want Drushina anyways, but there is, I think, no real need to rush multiple castles up, so I think I can at some point maybe put a couple on stone and just add a castle so I can get a couple of traps and Drushina out. But no need to go heavy like 15 or something on stone in Castle Age because I'm not reliant on too many castles, except maybe for defensive purposes. Military buildings provide 5 population. Yes, so I might be able to skip 1 or 2 houses, but then on the other hand, in Feudal Age, that's actually a little bit, only just a tiny deal. So now what I learned about Slavs, and I think I have a general game plan in mind, so I can jump onto the extreme AI. Let's maybe put a time limit to it. 40 minutes. No, let's not put a time limit to it. I wanna see how the Civ goes. Let's make it standard. Victory standard. Or conquest. I think conquest is what it says on the ladder. So I'm playing Slav versus Tatars for my practice session here. So right off the bat, I'm thinking about Tatars more because I've already made my mind up about Slavs. So what I know about the task without looking at the tech tree is that they eventually might want to... Oh, come on, I didn't control group my scout. What Tatars might want to get to is Heavy Cav Archer. And they have an amazing eco because they spawn sheep from their town centers and their sheep last longer. So they're very likely to either open man-at-arms archers or scouts into some kind of ranged unit to then eventually make their way to either Cavalier, which is unlikely versus Slavs, but rather Cav archers. So that's what I have in my mind. Now I'm thinking, what happens if I open either scouts or men-at-arms or defensive archers? Well, if I open defensive archers, I think I'm being stuck on defensive for the whole feudal age, which would be fine if I then continue towards archer play, heavy archer play, probably crossbow play. But as I'm leaning more towards cavalry, probably defensive archer is not the approach here. So I'm thinking, if I go man-at-arms, I can potentially go into one range skirm, but that would also lead into more a kind of archer heavy play. Still, man-at-arms might be a good idea, because if my enemy opens man-at-arms, and I don't want to open archers, open man-at-arms myself could also be fine, but I'm thinking here I need to try to practice to defend versus man-at-arms if I'm still going scouts. So I think I just try to go 20 pop scouts, probably delay my economy upgrades until I have 4 scouts out, even though I pre-war. Because I want to make sure that I can fight the men-at-arms at my base if I scout my enemies going for it. So I have kind of 2 plans in my mind right now. Plan A is my enemy will go something like archers or scouts, then I can just do the regular scouts build order, which I would be very happy to do. And plan B is I see men-at-arms on my way, then I actually, say goodbye to my eco upgrades for the time being and say maybe it's just a better decision not to get them and rather have more scouts out fast, so I can fight back the man-at-arms with my own scouts. I need a minimum of 4 scouts to take a decent trade, and I need them fast because I need them before my enemy adds a spearman forward. So that's my reasoning I'm taking into this Civ matchup. And yes, I need one more. I'm trying to apply the no auto scout practice philosophy whatsoever. Do I miss one sheep? I may have 3 here. Oh, probably I lost one while scouting because the AI picked it up. It's possible. That's bad. Then I need to readjust. Oh, I didn't scout how many tiles of gold that was. That would have been very helpful. So I need to look at my scout more. I think I'm just going back to scout. How much that was. And as I'm missing 1 sheep, I think I will need to add 2 farms in Dark Age. I think my enemy is close here. I need the scouting information pretty fast, what my enemy is going for. Because I need to know if I need to pre-wall or not. Okay, berries. That was actually close to lose my. I was close to lose my scout here. Try to make this house here in time. Let me see if I can figure out if it's man-at-arms or not. I think I have about 1 minute 30 time until I need to be pre-walled. Okay, I see 3 on stone. This could mean either straight archers now goes down the barracks, so I don't need to be afraid of men-at-arms. That's good news. I'm making one Dark Age farm because I'm missing a sheep. So it looks like straight archers. So I personally do think that scouts into archers should be a good strategy here. Scouts into skirms, of course, I mean. Oh, here's one more sheep. And let me keep scouting what my opponent does. Then I can also get the eco upgrades as planned. Okay, I see no range yet. Now I see the range. So I think once I have about 8 farms, I can think about my own range. Before that, it's not too useful, because I simply won't be able to sustain production anyways. Now I have 2 scouts, and I need to group them up here. Can't afford a 3rd scout, that's probably because I'm missing the sheep. Just one more farm, and then I can slowly start to transition towards a range. But let me first of all see if I can make a little bit of damage with my scouts, which would be nice. So next 200 wood is for the range. Hope he's not fighting back too bad. Yeah, he is. But I might get that kill. That's nice. But now I can add a range. Okay, that was probably too greedy. Ah, yeah, okay, I can get it. Nice. But now, as I see, he has archers on the field, and I don't have military at all at the moment. I'm not walled. I'd rather now try to be safe and close this up real quick. Add scouts and add scrims, because now I think as I try to be on the offensive, I now need to stay on the defensive. If that makes sense, because I lost my army. Maybe I have too many in the queue, but I'd rather get fletching here. Is this enough to fight it? I doubt it, actually. I think I need archer armor, and then I can consider it. Now I should be able to fight this. And I'm not using my scouts just yet. I'm just going to use them when I see my enemy has scouts. Oh, he's going this way. Then I think I need my scouts to on control group 2. How did they get in? Over chop again, I guess. I'm just trying to escape to another lumber camp. So I'm trying to close this up again. And have these skirms now move forward and see if he made a scout transition. For that reason, I'm just trying to add one spear with it. Well, no, I don't even need to, because I have scouts. So I can have my scouts try to go after this, and I now have 8 skirmishes, which is enough, I think. Should not really do more than that. Simply because at some point I do want to reach Castle H. And I should also try to wall this up now. Let me see if I can find some damage with my... Oh, that's nice. I can pick up spears. I like this kind of micro. I used to never be able to do it, and now I seem to sort of get a little more familiar with it. Okay, now I would need now he has a scout on the field and I don't. I need to get another scout out and go back. Because otherwise these will die. But I think I actually got some value there, because I think I took good trades, even though I did not kill a villager. Oh, come on, I want to go up to castle, but now I'm getting another scout ASAP. And I have 9 scrims, okay. But I want to take them back to my base so I can potentially fight with vills and skirms together. Now I'm thinking I don't want to go archer. I want to go stables. So let me think about the eco management I need. I need way less on wood. Actually, I don't need too many on wood. Think about 8 on... Gold should be fine. I think I need a gate at the front of my base. And I think I can also make more farms even. Because potentially 8 on wood should be fine. And I also have a lot of fills because the feudal fight was a little more intense with the skirmisher defense. How many farms do I have now? 19. Okay, I think I go up to 21 even, considering my wood count. Because now I should have a good time making knights. And then let me think about the TC positions. I want to move out here and get 1 TC here. And I want to move out and get 1 TC maybe even here. And I just move my wood lines to do that. So first of all, knights. Then upgrades for the knights. Economy upgrades if I can afford. And as I can't afford, I'm going to take these to gold. And I'm going to take these to... at a later stage. Now I just stay defensive with my skirms, just in case he has a lot of archer units. And I just use my knights. And I use those as control group 2 now. So I just switch that up a little. I don't know if it's a good decision to do that all the time. When I can't afford a knight, yeah, that's very nice. So I can... I killed another vill, and he seems to have a lot of army here. But feudal army is probably not too dangerous at this point. Need to have this go to wood. Oh, this is open in a second. Oh, he has a villager here, so I might try to snack this one. And keep some defensive skirms at home. Because he just has a lot of archers. Oh yeah, it was these vills, and I wanted to make a TC, and I just didn't have the wood, so my estimation was wrong. Next time I need to try to figure that out I need to figure that out a little more thoroughly. a lot of spears. I don't necessarily want to fight. But let me see where his eco is at. Maybe I can make some damage. Now here is a villager. I'm going to snack this one. And I'm going to make some farms. I want to get up to at about 40 farms. Because that's what I need to be able to go to Imperial Age and to also be able to sustain a lot of knights. Does he have some eco somewhere where I can disrupt? Oh. And what is this villager going to do? Nice, now it gets a little bit messy because the AI is deciding to attack me as well. Which I honestly don't really understand, because I rather think it should be defending, because it is in a very, very awkward spot right now. I think I might need to regroup my knights here, try to deny this town center, and then this should be a very, very good thing for me. And I'm moving slowly up. I'm moving up my farm card slowly. That's nice. Oh, not really going to want to stand under his TC. But let's just try to take some more good fights. Snack some villagers, be just annoying and raiding. Okay, now I see him switching to pikes. So let me think about this. Let me pause the game. As Slavs, when I'm successful in the mid-castle age and I'm on knights, my enemy is forced to go to pikes because he's behind. What's the best thing I can do? I can either go for skirmishers, I can go for scorpions, and now I'm starting to think about within this civilization that has very good skirmishers, I would lean towards skirmishers, I think, but with Slavs who have exceptional siege and bonus versus siege, I'm thinking in this case for Slav scorpions are a good play. And that's also because ultimately Tatars want to land on cav archers, and cav archers are also countered by scorpions. So I'm thinking now I might just add one siege workshop at home to add scorpions, which is also great. Because eventually I want to get up to the Imperial Age and I need a siege workshop for that anyway. I try to make it at the front of my base, but still at home. Yeah, but this is still a good trade for me. Knights have such a weird pathing. And now I start to need... Oh yeah, this is what knights tend to do. Do I even have armor for them? Well, the AI games tend to be so messy because the AI can control all this stuff all over the place. I can make a lot of knights, and I think I can still afford some siege. Now here goes scorpions. I might even get all these upgrades now, but I do have the eco to sustain it, and get a couple more farms up. But I think I don't need too many because I already have... Oh, this is... I didn't want to let my knights die. Too bad. But let me see where I can maybe make another assault. Yeah, a couple more houses. and a couple more scorpions. So the scorpions are actually more needed on a defensive purpose, because at the moment I think I'm fine just raiding the hell out of him. Yeah, but now I have defensive scorpions, which is really nice, and a lot of knights. So if I fight the pikes with the scorpions behind, I should take very good. I mean, of course, the knights would have been enough in this case, but it's just about the theory of things. And then let me think about, I now have 27 on gold, which is probably enough for everything I want to do in this game. So I'd rather have my gather points to wood again. Ah, come on. This is bad. Probably that's even enough. Yeah, why not take out a barracks? I mean, I'd rather want to find some economy. I'm moving towards Imperial Age, and I think I need siege engineers rather. No, not. I need this. Rather want to kill some economy. How many knights do I have, by the way? Oh, 25 knights. Could be potentially enough to pressure town centers. I think I'm going to try to do it, because I should be safe at home at the moment. Add another siege workshop. One, two, three, four. Yeah, with these 25 knights, I might try to snag this town center. And I do want to move towards Imperial. I have to see in what town center I have Imperial queued up, so I'm just gonna remove the villager before that. And now I'm thinking knights and scorpions are an amazing composition. These are 28 knights. These should be able to take down a town center rather quickly. I have a nice defensive army coming up as well. But these scorpions are now really heavy to kill. I don't see any cavalry on the field, otherwise I would have to be a little more careful about this. And then for Imperial Age I go for Cavalier and Heavy Scorpion even. Oh, this is wrong. Well, the AI is such a master in... Okay, now I think it's completely over because my enemy has no protection whatsoever. I still have 24 knights left. So that's really good to take out the next town center. I need more stables. Now this is where the game gets really hectic. I think I need about 1, 2, 3 more stables. Probably a siege workshop more to sustain my composition. And now I'm having 26 knights, which should still be enough to take this out. Now let me get Cavalier. And let me get Heavy Scorpion. Let me get these upgrades. And I need Siege Engineers just in a second. Yeah, so, well, just AI things. The AI, of course, as expected, strategically played completely, completely randomly and completely weirdly. Yeah, but so one thing to remember about Slavs, I have a discount on my siege workshops units, 15% cheaper, which makes Scorpions a very nice counter to pikemen if I manage to go for a nice cavalry game. So I think this example really showed me that Slavs are to be different, are to be played differently than a generic Civ. And I think 16 Scorpions, my enemy would need a lot of cavalry to deal with this. And in case I see some cavalry on the field, I rather have to make sure I stay with my knights. I have my knights stick with the Scorpions more. But yeah, I think it was a nice thing to go for Scorpions. I could have also went for Mangonels, but as you know, my Mangonel micro, I tend to shoot my own units more than my enemies. Okay. So, I want to try out Slavs on the ladder, so see you back for that in the next video.